Well, hello and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, thanks so much for stopping by. And if you're not new here, thank you so much for continuing to watch my videos. I want to say thank you to my 44 subscribers. I know in the grand scheme of YouTube, this probably is not a lot, but for me, this is a pretty big deal. So thank you so much, and I hope that everyone continues to enjoy the videos that I make. Here on my channel, I like to make videos to expose the shady, manipulative, and predatory tactics of MLMs. MLMs are multi-level marketing businesses, also known as direct selling, social selling, network marketing, commercial cults, or my favorite, legal pyramid schemes. If you enjoy watching these kinds of videos where we dig into these different MLMs and explore some of their shady tactics, I hope that you will subscribe to my channel. In today's video, I want to take some time to fact check a Monat Passport's Instagram live. She's trying to convince viewers to join her MLM so that they can earn their way to a free, all-inclusive trip. So without any further ado, let's get started.
Punta Cana. I always talk about the trips and people go, well, how? How do these newbies get on these trips? What does it take to get on these trips? And I'm going to break everything down for you right now. And here's why. One of the biggest and best things about Monat that sets them apart is this right here. And it's this month right now, every year that it's go time and we see it take off. Why? Because they give the opportunity to absolute newbies, meaning people who sign up right now in the business, to go on an all-inclusive paid for trip, meaning all-inclusive, paid flight, paid hotel, food, drinks, the whole shebang, plus a spouse, plus an upgraded suite to the person who signs up today.
So, they are not guaranteeing you a trip if you sign up today. It's not as easy as click and sign up, joining Monat, and now you can go on this trip. What I can guarantee you though, if you do choose to sign up with Monat today, is you are going to be spending lots and lots of money to purchase your starter kit. Let's take a quick detour to just check out those prices of Monat starter packs.
And I don't know about you, but that is really rare, you guys. It is not just me. It is not the person who signed up first. It is not the girl at the top of the company that's always on the trips and nobody else. And I'm going to tell you, from being here for 4 years, one of the most incredible reasons I am where I am today is because I have been poured into like nobody's business on 11 paid for trips from this company. 11 trips, you guys. What? In what world does some girl who has no social media following, is not a hairstylist, does not know anything about MLMs, get 11 paid for trips? Been on them with me. My family's been on them with me. My girls. It doesn't happen, guys. And I'm going to tell you.
It doesn't happen, guys. Well, she's not wrong about that. It is really awesome for her that she has achieved such a level of success within her 4 years in the company. However, that does not mean that this is the average result for somebody who signs up today. Even if someone is the hardest worker and they really want this and they put in all the effort that they have and all the time that they have and all the money that they have into this business, 98% of people will still fail in MLMs. Also, the person in this video is someone who was recently inducted into the Monat $1 Million Club. That means that she must have a really substantial and large team beneath her. She tried saying how if I can do it and I wasn't a hairstylist and I didn't have a social media following, she's really implying that anyone can do it, but she's actually the wife of a pastor, so in my opinion, I just have to think that she's pretty well connected and well known in her community, and people know her and trust her and probably want to emulate her.
This right here is what brings the excitement. It shows the culture and it shows the camaraderie. So here we go. With Monat, you guys, you get the opportunity to go on 4 trips a year. Okay, 4 trips a year. This is the one starting right now that you want to be on for sure, because it's called Passport. They take you out of the country. And like I said, it's all inclusive. Everything is paid for, you guys. Now, something else I want you guys to know is, and I'm going to read off what you have to do to get here. And I want you to tag your friend and share it with your friend and say, what in the ever living, loving Moses and Mary are you waiting on? Let's go to Punta Cana in October. We can absolutely do this, okay? The trips is what builds it and pulls you in, pours into your soul, gets you to see other like-minded people, you guys. And I don't know any company that offers 4 trips a year to all of their people, even the newbies who start right now, who have no experience, who have nothing, and simply just hit submit.
I would agree with her that these trips are important in building the culture within these MLMs, which really are commercial cults. These trips and these conventions are a great opportunity for MLMs to love bomb you, to learn a whole bunch of things about you that they can later use against you, to get you to recommit to the organization, to indoctrinate you, and get you all riled up on chasing the dream while ignoring the fact that the business you just got into is really predatory, and to be successful you are going to have to take advantage of a lot of people, as well as pour a lot of your own money down the drain at the same time.
I'm going to give you an example. I had some girls on my team join last year during the pandemic, literally after March hit, when the pandemic hit, and they qualified for their trip out of the country, but not even just tier 1, because they do tiers here, because they're just that loving and that giving. They did tier 2, which means you get to bring the spouse, all inclusive, all paid for, no fees. We don't have no hidden fees. None of, I heard some weird things like that where people have to pay fees for a trip they earned. Strange. No. The hubs is coming, plus an upgraded suite. The whole thing is included, you guys. And before I get into this, and I'm going to end with 2, what are your excuses? This is going to be like 5 minutes. I'm going to be quick, done, we're done, okay? Because I talked about this a couple of weeks ago, and I said, your excuses are not special. They're not more special than anybody else. And what I mean by that is we've all had them. We've all sat around saying, well, I don't do social media. Well, I don't get ready and do my hair. Well, I'm not, I don't like sales, or I don't want to be. Welcome to the club. That's every single one of us. We all started out that way. You don't know what you don't know. Okay? And I always say, don't become the girl you don't want to become. That's just kind of like common sense, right? They're like, well, I don't like that girl and how she does it, and I don't like how. Well, what the heck does that have to do with you? I've never come on here one time and became some girl that I'm not. Okay? I haven't. And I've never in 4 years had one single person say, you just bugging the ever-living Jesus out of me. No! Because I don't do that, okay? And you don't have to do that to be successful, and that's not what we teach here. So just drop all that. I know you're busy. I know you got a bunch of kids. I know maybe the husband doesn't support this side gig or whatever. You guys, it's every single person on my team and in this company. We've all got it. You start with what you've got until you're given more. Get in the company now. Stop saying, I am not, I won't, I can't, get in now. I'm going to give you the tools. You're going to be plugged in with the most incredible team and people of women, I promise you. And yes, listen though, I'm never going to tell you something to blow smoke, okay? You got to go to work. I can't jump in your body and go to work for you. But if you simply are like, I am ready, I've seen enough of this. You've been on 11 trips with your family. You've gone all over the world together. You brought your friends from high school, your sisters on these trips with you. I am done with the excuses. I'm ready to go. If you can do that, I can give you everything else. I can give you all the tools you're going to need. You just got to be ready to go to work, okay?
Okay, so she talks a little bit fast, so I just wanted to let her get a few points out there before we stopped and did a quick 1-2. I don't like how she said, your excuses are not special. Actually, you don't know someone's life, someone's circumstances, and maybe their excuses are actually really good why they can't join your freaking MLM. And honestly, you don't need an excuse. If someone says, hey, you want to join my MLM? No, you don't need to have an excuse for that. And I thought it was really funny how some of the excuses that she mentioned were, I don't like sales. If you don't like sales, what the heck are you doing getting into a direct selling business? Okay, that is just not smart. Don't do that. Also, I thought it was interesting how one of the excuses was, my husband doesn't support this side gig. If your spouse or your significant other or your family member comes to you with legitimate worries and concerns about the new MLM fund that you're joining or about any other risky business venture that you are getting yourself into, and you just ignore them, your relationship with that person will suffer. Remember the video I made about Herbalife in the Latino community? All those families were ripped apart because they had tunnel vision and they were just so focused on Herbalife. P.S. Just because nobody has directly reached out to you to tell you that you're annoying them doesn't mean that they're not annoyed with you. It just means that they're too polite to tell you that. And remember, she's the wife of the church pastor, so who's gonna want to tell the pastor's wife, hey, you're annoying, shut up? Nobody. I wouldn't. I would just ghost her. Also, she mentioned how they have tears, and these tears are so loving. And don't worry, we are going to take a look at these loving tears that Monat has on how you can qualify for the passport trip. But she's about to explain it first, and I just want to let her explain it, and then we are going to go ahead and review it ourselves.
This is the good stuff. You are going to sign up and join right now today, and you're going to go, well, how am I going to Punta Cana? And you're going to earn this trip in 6 months, okay? In 6 months qualification time, because that's what they're giving you to earn this trip, guess what you got to do? You got to find 4 friends to work the business with you and 12 customers in 6 months, you guys. 4 friends and or family member. Do you know anybody right now that could possibly use an extra side gig? Do you know anybody right now that could possibly use some girl time, mom time break from the kids? Do you know 4 people right now in your circle that could use some extra money and or would also like to qualify for this trip? Because that's where it gets good. It's one thing if I go on all these trips and I tell you guys and I show you on my Instagram, I go on all these trips, I've been on 11 trips, I've done all these things. Good for you, Connie, that's great. What does that do for me? It's a whole nother level when you are on these trips and you achieve success with all your friends and family. I cannot tell you how many girls are on my team that come from the same town I grew up in, you guys, who have no social media. We're all connected. You would think we all have the same customer base. My family, my sister, and they've been on all these trips with me because that's how it works with Monat. It is not for the person up here. We all get to go together. So you're going to find 4 girls and say, we're done with our excuses. We're going to sign up and we're going to Punta Cana with Con's team. Okay. That's it. And it's going to 6 months to find 4 people. You can do that right now in 1 month. 100%. You can do that in a few weeks. Okay. So you're going to get your 4 people to work the biz. Okay. Now they're ready to go and they're going to start finding their 4 friends. And you need 12 customers. Do you know 12 people who might need some help with their hair or their skin?
Well, let's pull the brakes there. So she's making it sound like you have this large span of time, which is 6 months, to find 4 friends to join the business with you and 12 customers. And when you think about it that way, 6 months to pull that off? Yeah, maybe I can. However, this is only the personal requirements that she's mentioned so far. There's still a whole other set of requirements that are going to be asked of your team, aka your downline. Also, when she mentions how her sister and her friends from her town were able to go on these trips too, what she's talking about is recruiting your friends to joining the business and then encouraging them to grow their teams at the same rate that you are so that you both can qualify and go together at the same time. Does that really seem realistic to you? It sure doesn't to me.
You sure do, because they've had children, they've had postpartum, they have an autoimmune disease. I'm just talking about myself. You've all seen my transformation, you guys. We all know somebody who says, I could use a little more moisture. I could use a little less split ends. I really need some more regrowth up here. The hubs, he's thinning a little bit. My autoimmune disease is really sucking the life out of my hair and it's drier than the Sahara Desert. Whatever it is, 12 people. And they're giving you 6 months to find these 12 people. And I, again, have to think you can do that in 1 month. And guess what? You do that and you start building your team and you bring those 4 friends on and they start working their team. You're already done with your part. You are done with your part and you are going to Punta Cana. What? Okay.
No. Just because you're done with your part does not mean that you are going to Punta Cana, because remember, all of those things that you did, those were just your own personal requirements. But now your team, aka your downline, has its own set of requirements as well. So let's go ahead and hear what's the downline requirements to be able to go.
Here's what your team has to do. The people you sign up, because it's a team effort, right? they have to have 15 total friends in your whole group, you guys, and 45 customers. And here's the coolest part. The 4 friends you already signed up and the 12 customers you already signed up count for that number. Okay? So you only have to have 11 extra people in your entire organization in 6 months. Are you kidding me, you guys? This is unheard of. This is not normal, okay? You only have to have 33 other customers besides the ones you signed up in your entire organization in 6 months, which again, you will have that. Most people have that in 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. Like I said, they make this doable. It's more doable for the new person than it even is for me, okay? That's it. And you guys are going. Now you build your volume up every single month. And at the very end of this qualification period in July, if you guys have done 50,000 in sales with what I just told you, you're going to Punta Cana. And if you've done what I just told you, you've done 50,000 in sales. Do you get what I'm saying? You've done way more than that by that point. This is how achievable these trips are.
Okay, so she said it's easier for the newer people than it is for me. In my opinion, this is probably because she has already exhausted all of the people that she knows in real life. And let's just say that you are lucky enough to sign up 4 people underneath you. And in addition to signing up 4 people, you had the luck that you could find 12 other people who are going to agree to be your customers. Your next requirement is that your downline procures 11 more people and 33 more customers. You are going to need to be on top of your downline, making sure that they're recruiting other people and that they're also signing up new people to be customers. She's making it sound like it's a piece of cake, but for a lot of people, this is going to present a lot of challenges. And then and then also you have to remember what was I gonna say? Oh, and it's kind of funny how she said, you guys, this is not Bless you. It's okay. It's really funny how she said this is not normal, and she's right about that. It's not normal because when I was researching for this video, I compared the qualification requirements for Monat Passport 2020 compared with 2021, and I was not surprised to see that this year's requirements, they're not normal. They've increased the number of people you need to recruit and the number of customers you need in order to receive the same things. If you don't earn the tiers where you are eligible to bring your spouse and you just go alone, they're just going to dump you in a room with another loner who wasn't able to bring their spouse too. So it's not like this is going to be some glamorous vacation with all your girlfriends like she's making it out to be. Here's a quick blurb about what is included in the trip and what is not. Qualifiers receive round-trip airfare from their home airport to Punta Cana, Dominican Republic, and accommodations for 3 nights. All trip earners' accommodations will include the resort's all-inclusive stay package. What is not included in the trip? Feel free to pause the video here and look over the list. The all-inclusive package provides your standard stuff like access to free Wi-Fi, access to the different activities around the resort, and also it covers the meals from a buffet-style serving place. But if you're a premium level guest, you get all sorts of extra amenities like a pillow menu, bottle of rum upon arrival, exclusive minibar amenities, aromatherapy menu, all sorts of stuff. Who do you think is the premium level guest?
Get your 4 friends. I'll help you get your 12 customers, and we're rocking and rolling, and we follow the system. We have an extremely duplicatable system here of training, and it's, I hate to say, I don't want to say this is easy, because it's not easy, you got to go to work, but it's simple. In Monat, it's so simple. And I get so revved up every February, I start sweating, I'm like, because it grows and grows every year with the girls on these trips, and it's always the newbies. It's always the newbies who are the most on fire and the most excited who get to earn this, because you guys, it's made for the newbie. They put it so that it's the people who sign up right now that hit submit can go on these trips and be super inspired and just keep on the goodness, okay? So your excuses aren't special. What is it? You don't got time. You don't do your hair. You don't do your makeup. You don't like social media. All those things. I don't know. What else is there? You don't want to be that girl. I don't know what else there is, guys. That's every one of us. None of us went to bed at night and dreamt, let's go do social selling. No. But everybody goes to bed at night and dreams what social selling provides. Everybody looks and goes, that life is the life I would like, which means better choices, which means I can give back like nobody's business, and I can do what God's really called me to do. Everybody wants to do what God's called them to do. They just don't think it's shampoo or skincare. And I'm here to tell you, welcome to the club. You got to be wise with the doors that are right in front of you. Some of you have been praying for doors, and you pray for doors and they're right there and you don't want to walk through. And I don't know what to tell you other than you better walk through the doors, okay? Because when you do that, then you find the answers and you can see and you start to learn. How do you expect yourself to know something you don't know?
I just want to take a pause to say that it's not cool to try to use God and use religion to encourage people to take the chance and join an MLM. That's just really sneaky. Coming from a pastor's wife, you just never know what unsuspecting person is going to be listening to this, thinking to themselves, yeah, I really have been talking to God, asking him for a sign, asking him to open some doors. Maybe this is it. Maybe this is that door. It's just not cool to use people's faith as a way to manipulate them into joining your MLM.
People always go, well, I don't know about that because I don't know about that. Well, no, duh. Nobody knows about any job until they start the job and get the training. Like, we've just got to start using our common sense, start pushing all the excuses out the way and go, well, she's out here with her friends that she's known for 20 years. Her sister's on the trip. This girl just signed up. She's from the same town. How are these people from the same town and the same? Because every single person in the world washes their hair and their face, and they're looking for more non-toxic ingredients and things that actually work. This is really it. That's it, guys. This is not rocket science, okay? So,
yes, people wash their hair and people are looking for non-toxic things, but people will not consistently spend hundreds of dollars on products that they don't need. It's not rocket science.
I'm excited for you. I'm excited who's going to jump on. I'm excited who's going to be there. And I can't wait to meet you in Punta Cana. And you're going to come up and shake me and hug me, even if you're not on my team. And I watched that video. And you're right, and I did it, and now I'm in Punta Cana. It happens every single year, and I cannot wait to see who it's going to be for 2021. Okay, guys? Let's do the thing. Love you guys. Bye.
Now I'm just imagining her posting videos like this every single year and convincing people to join. At the end of the day, the prospect of having an opportunity to earn a trip is not enough reason why you should join an MLM. If you want to take a vacation, save up your money and plan your own vacation. I also want to point out something really interesting about the dates that Monat selected for this passport trip. This is happening at the end of October, and it's in Punta Cana, which is in the Dominican Republic. The month of October is literally the rainiest month that Punta Cana has. Another thing that I want to point out is that the value of the trip is something that you will be taxed on. So this is not something that you're just getting as a gimme. No, you're actually going to have to pay for it later on. It's just another sneaky thing that they do here. And now that I think about it, she mentioned that she has been on all these trips before, and she was recently inducted into the $1 Million Club. So you know that the value of those trips helped cement her status as a $1 million earner, right? Well, if you are still here, thank you so much for stopping by today and watching this video. Let me know in the comments, what are your thoughts? Do you think this Monat hun is dangling the trip in front of people just as a way to get them to sign up? If you like the video, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you really like the video, go ahead and click subscribe. Thanks again for stopping by. Have a great day. Don't join an MLM, and I will see you next time.